Hi guys, welcome to another Blender animation course. Now today we're going to be animating an acting shot. This is the reference that we're going to be using, the one that's playing on the screen right now. It was performed by Jonathan Bino. I mean, he's really good at what he does, and the one that we're going to be using as reference, it's entitled James Had His Own Language. So yeah, I mean, look at this. So right off the bat, if you want to shoot references for your own animation shots, you should literally use this as your template. You want to get in character of whatever performance you're doing. You want to set up your cameras in whatever angles that you're going to be shooting from. So yeah, this reference has everything that we want in a reference video. This is really good. Right now I'm just thinking about the characters that I'm going to be using in this animation shot. I've got a bunch of characters that I've made and rigged. So yeah, I think let me just go through this and see. For the James Brown character, I think I'm going to use Aku. Yeah, I think Aku is going to really fit into this James Brown character. Yeah, so for James Brown, I'm going to use my Aku character. For this Bobby character, I think who am I going to use? Maybe Togi. Yeah, Togi. I think Togi is going to really come out well as the Bobby character. Then for the engineer, who am I going to use for the engineer guy? For the engineer, yeah, let's go with Yala. For the engineer guy, we're going to use the Yala, my Yala character. Then for who else? Which other character is there? Oh yeah, we also have the keys guy, the one who's going to be playing the piano. So for this for this guy, I'm going to use let's use Joe. Yeah, we're going to use Joe for this character. So this is it, guys. This are the characters that we're going to be using for this animation shot. Now let's jump into Blender and see if we are going to do this performance justice. Alright, we're in Blender, so we're just going to, as usual, do our animation layout, similar to the one that we used for our dance animation course. That's the layout that I like to use. So I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to split this in two, and this one is going to become the top sheet. Right, and it's going to be the action editor, like this. Then we're going to delete these guys, we do not need those. I'm not going to use these. And then we're going to split this part into two, then split. Okay, that's wrong. Let me rejoin these. I meant to split these two. So this one is going to be this is where our short cam is going to be located. So just do this. Okay, and the bottom left corner is going to have our reference video. So it's going to be the sequence and preview. So okay, so right now I'm just going to import the characters and their sets, and I'll be right back. I've imported all the characters that we're going to use in our animation. This right here is Aku. is going to be our James Brown character. And next up we've got Jarre. This is Jarre. He's going to be the engineer. Then next up we've got Joe right here. So Joe is going to be the piano guy. Then lastly we've got Toggy. He's going to be the Bobby character. So these are the characters that we are going to be using in our animation. I've also imported the assets for our animation, so I'm going to provide the assets to you guys so that you do not have any problems to follow along. I've got the desk. This is the desk, the engineer's desk. We've got it right here. I'm going to provide it to you guys. We've got the chair. This is the chair. Then we have the keyboard thing. I don't know what's called. It's called it was labeled as the MOOG sub 37. So this is the the asset that we're going to be using for the piano guy. Then also the headphones. I've made the headphones for the characters. I've adjusted the headphones to fit on the character's head. So this is Toggy, where his headphones. Toggy headphones. Well, these Toggy's headphones. So we've got Toggy. Let's toggle him out, toggle him off. Then we've got Jarre. Then Jarre headphones. These are going to be Jarre's headphones. Then we've got Joe. Then Joe headphones. This is going to be Joe. This is how he's going to be wearing his headphones. Then for Aku, because he's going to be holding them in his hands. If we check from the reference right here, so this is going to be our mark. I haven't finished editing the headphones so that they are like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit them when I'm doing the blocking, when I have the pause for James Brown right here. I'm then going to fit in the headphones. So yeah, that's how we're going to do it. Another thing that I think you should do right now, when I provide you with the scene is going to just have the assets. It's not going to have the characters. I've also set the resolution, the camera resolution, to be similar to the reference that we're using, which is 720 by 1280. Is going to be our camera resolution. Also, another thing that you might want to do, my animation is going to start from frame 30 and it's going to end at frame 1211. So I usually like to start my animations on frame 30, so that if in case I have something that needs to be simulated, I'll simulate from frame 1 up to frame 30. Then from frame 30 to going onwards, that's where the actual animation happens. Also, another thing you would want to do is set the king set. The king set that we're going to be using, it's low crowd scale. This is the king set that we're going to be using. And also make sure that the record button is turned on. So turn on the record button. And let's go to frame 1. Frame 1. I'm just going to key all the things, the controls that I think I'm going to need in my animation. Let's just use Joe as an example of what we're going to be doing. So right now I know I'm going to need, let's go to the shelf. I'm going to need the teeth, the tongue. Yeah, maybe not now. So these are not going to be necessary, but for the body, for the hands, I think I'm going to need the curve controls, so I'm going to turn those on. The curve controls for the arms and the legs. For the legs, curve control 1. Let's turn those on. Okay, then I'm going to key everything. So select all the controls, key everything. Now we have our keyframe on frame 31 at the default pose. Then we go to frame 30 where our actual animation is going to begin from. Then we're going to key again, and then we're going to move our character to where we want him to be in the scene. The controller that we use is this circle here. This is the body mover that we're going to use to relocate our character to where we want him to be. The global control, this one, it stays at the origin. So select this one, then we move our character to where we want him to be in our scene. Let's say we want him to be here, like this, right? So after we have put our character where we want him to be, we're then going to bind our camera, because the way that we're going to be doing this, we're going to use 4 cameras. So wherever there's a camera switch to another character, a different character, we're going to bind our camera to that switch using markers. So let's bring out Aku right here. Let's hide this top. We're not going to use that. Let's hide the Joe's headphones. Let's hide those. Let's switch to pose mode, and let's put Aku right here. Let's add our camera. Shift A, camera. Right, so this is our camera number 1. Let's just find it here. So this is going to be Aku's cam, Aku's shot cam. So that's Aku's shot cam. We're going to say view, cameras, set active object as camera. So this is going to be Aku's camera, and we're going to, when we find where we have Aku in frame, like on frame 72, we're going to say Control Alt 0 to frame the character into the camera. Then we're going to pause our character. So after we're done with Aku, we're going to scroll down until we find where we have a camera switch from Aku to Bobby. Then we're going to put a marker. So we have our marker right here. We're going to duplicate this camera, Shift D. This one is going to be Togi's cam. So this is going to be Togi's shot cam, like this. Then we say view cameras, set active object as camera. Now our active camera is Togi's shot cam. Then we're going to come to Togi, and similarly as we did with Aku, we're going to press Ctrl Alt 0 to frame our character into our shot cam. Then we're going to pause this pause right here of Togi. So to bind the camera to the marker that we have, so that we have a camera switch similar to our reference, we're going to, with our active shot cam and with the marker selected, we're going to press Ctrl B. You see right here, it changes to Togi's shot cam. Oh, I forgot to bind Aku's shot cam. From frame 1, let's reselect Aku's shot cam. View, cameras, set active object camera. So these are, we put a marker right here. Then we bind Aku's cam to our first marker right here. So with the shot cam selected and our marker selected, we're going to press Ctrl B. Then we have Aku's shot cam. So as we scroll, you should keep your eyes on on our camera view right here. We're going to scroll. So we'll be blocking Aku. Then when we have our camera switch, our camera automatically switches from Aku's cam to Togi's short cam. That's how we're going to to do our setup. So I'm just going to set up all the characters like I've just demonstrated, and I'm just going to put them in their starting poses, and I'll be right back.